Alright guys, so for level 1, we're going to do two simple cracks. The first one is would be working for vertical targets, which is just your cattle ones. And the second one's the hard one. The second one's going to be your sidearm flick, which is good for those horizontal targets. Now for your cattlements, it's a really easy crack. Should be the first crack everybody learns. You're just going to swing it up, wait till the whip gets behind you, and drop your arm. And the whip should roll out towards the front. With targeting, what you're going to want to do is make sure your hand comes all the way down, you follow through with the crack, as well as you're watching where the crack is coming down at. So I'm trying to get the cracker to come down right in the middle of the camera. And that's kind of my target point. One really good trick for targeting is using a white cracker, because they really light up and you can see them as they're flying through the air at supersonic speeds. The second crack you want to use is the sidearm flick, and that's what you'll use to cut anything vertical. That's what you're going to use for soda cans, or pretty much all my Fruit Ninja Friday stuff is all going to use that sidearm flick, cutting those horizontal targets. So anything that's setting on that you want to kind of chop in half. With the sidearm flick, there's two ways to do it. You can use it where you start the whip in front of you and you move it up, wait till you find the point of no gravity where it just kind of floats, and then bring it forward. Or sometimes the easier way to start is starting with the whip behind you and throwing it forward. The best motion to describe it is like you're skipping a stone, or if there's any frisbee players or frisbee enthusiasts out there, throwing a frisbee sidearm. It's that same kind of wait till your arm gets almost at full extension and then a little flick of the wrist. Two things you want to watch out for with the sidearm flick, because this is one that loves to bite the back of your legs, is making sure the whip's not curled behind you, because then when you throw it forward, it's going to catch your ankle. As well as when you pull, you want to keep the whip moving in as straight of a line as you can. So as I'm bringing the whip back, I'm turning my body, opening it up for a little bit so the whip can pass through, and then coming back through with my arm, turning my body to push the whip forward. A lot of people want to slash with it, where they're coming around and going more in a big wide circle like that. You want to get that whip to move in as straight of a line as possible as it's coming past you. So you're here and you're moving like this. Here's a couple more for the front. So that's what you're looking for with the sidearm flick. And the best way to get like that pulling forward motion is pretend you're trying to pull an extension cable out of a light socket or out of a wall socket. You're trying that pulling motion. Pull and flick. And a lot of people will concentrate most on the trying to get that flick of the wrist. That will come automatically as well as you do that pulling motion. You want to get that whip to move as straight as possible, because that's what will create that pin curl as the whip moves forward. And the tighter you can get that curl, the easier it will be for the whip to crack. So that's level 1. Level 2, we're going to use those cracks and we're going to go after some targets.